Guys, welcome back to the SSRS sessions with MDX. Okay, in last session we discussed about how to create a parameter report using report item. We added three parameters: product category, products, and color. And you can see it will show the values. I mean, you can filter the report based on the parameter selection here. So I selected some parameters, all the parameters, like all the categories on all the products and all that stuff, and you can see the report is working fine. But the only problem here is the cascading parameters. The parameters are not cascaded. That means if I select accessories category, it should list only accessories. It should not list all the values, right? All the products. It has to list only the products that belongs to the accessories category. But that doesn't happen. That is not happening here. You can see adjustable rates is showing when I select accessories category, and let me uncheck this and select bikes category, but still you can see the accessories adjustable rates still showing there. So this is not the right way. This is not a user friendly one. User will not be happy if you provide the parameters which are not cascaded, or in other words which are not interrelated. Now in this video we are going to see how to provide a cascading option for the parameters. Now first thing, this is the data sets which is loading the parameters. Prodcat is the one which is loading prodcat parameter. That is perfectly fine. That is the first parameter, and there is no dependency for that. And the second one is products. This product should be loaded based on the category selected, right? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take the query which is loading the product parameter, and let me play with it. So this is the query. Let me cut it to one. Sorry, it's gone. Okay, let me adjust it so that you can see the complete query. And here, let me cut it here, and let me cut it here and here. Okay, and here. Now let me execute it. You can see all the products are showing. You can see there are 506 products in this particular database. Now what I have to do is I have to check the combination. Okay, if I select accessories, it should get me only the products that belongs to accessories, and it has some valid data. But it should have some valid sales, or else it is of no use, right? For example, if I select accessories and some product that belongs to accessories, but it is not having any data, any sales, then it makes no sense to the user, right? So what I'm gonna do is I have to filter the products that is being listed here based on the selection by the user, category selection. So let's say I will select accessories. I'm the user, I'm selecting accessories. I have taken it simply, and this will form a set. Sorry, this will form a tuple, right? If you execute these, still it will show all the values. You can see all the products are showing. The problem here is it is a cross joining. It is cross joining accessories with all the members of the products, but you need to filter it out, saying that get me only those products which is having some value, right? So for that I can use non-empty function without space. You observe it, it is not with space between non and empty. It is a non-empty function without space, and this is the tuple. This is fine from here to here, and I want to get non-empty records based on the sales amount. Means get me the products that belongs to accessories and which has some sales, right? If you see, get me all the products that belongs to accessories and it should have some sales amount. Let me execute it now. You can see it is returning only 24 products which has sales and belongs to accessories. Now let me try with bikes. How many products are there? There are 90 products which has sales and belongs to bikes category. This is working perfectly fine. This filter is working perfectly fine. So let me use this query in my data set. So let me delete the existing one. This is fine. Now what I have to do is I cannot go with the same old existing hard-coded value. I have to rename it with str to set function, and I have to give the parameter name. It's better always to give the same parameter name whatever you have here already created. Prod cat. Okay, done. Prod cat is created, and I have to define the hierarchy for this parameter. What is the dimensionality? This is coming from product category, and the hierarchy is English product name. Let me select multiple values, and here by default I'll select all. Now let me click on OK, and let me execute this report. Oops, there is some extra thing given here somewhere. Okay, str to set, this will be opened here, and this is an extra one. This is extra, this is opened, this is closed here, and this is closed. Now it is perfectly fine. So let me execute it. Now you can see all the products are coming perfectly fine. Now this query is ready, and if I click on OK here, the parameter already taken, so no problem. If you give any different name to the parameter apart from prod cat, which is already available, then you know what will happen. A hidden data set will be created with the parameter name, and the parameter also will be created with the parameter name. That is bullshit. That is headache for you. You don't need that. Why? Because you already have a parameter which is used to filter this particular data set. Okay, let me click on OK. Done. Perfect. Now let me see. You can see this is dependent one now, and by default all is selected. Let me select only accessories. You can see this is filtered, and you are getting some accessories, very less number of accessories. Let me go for some other, let's say I'll go for bikes. You can see it is showing only bikes related stuff. Now let me go for some clothing. It has to show only the products that belongs to clothing. You can see AWC logo, cap, classic vest, and so on. All this belongs to the clothing part. Now let me select the components. There is no products that belongs to components. Perfect. It is working perfectly fine. And let me select the last one, unknown. There should be some, I guess. Let me see. No values. So this is how, see, what I have done is a pretty simple change. Instead of directly letting the query to get all the products, I have added a non-empty function with this parameter value, whatever the parameter I'm selecting for the previous one, that is product category, and I'm checking the non-empty function with sales amount. So I'm getting all the product names that belongs to product category, whatever you select, and it should have some sales amount. This is perfectly fine. Now let me do the same stuff for colors. Even color should be dependent on products, right? If I select 10 products and these 10 products belongs to black color, then why I have to show blue color to the user? That is not required, right? So let me try the same stuff. I copied it. Let me cut it to the, so that you can see the complete query in a better way. Oops, something is missing. Okay, here it is. Let me go for the select statement, and let me go for on and colors. Perfect. Now these colors are dependent on non-empty function, just like that, and str to set, I'm taking set of, what is that, at the rate, what is the parameter name I'm using here? What is the parameter name that I'm using for products? PRODUCTS, right? The name is products. Fine. I'll copy the same parameter name so that it will not create mess for me. Or else I'll do one thing. I'll just show you, demonstrate you example using some product here, and then I'll make the changes in the query while writing in the data set. So let me go for AWC logo cap, the product I want to filter with, and this is the second one. Perfect. Okay, I'm opening and closing it. Now I want to add the non-empty part. Based on what measure you want to get non-empty record? I want to get all the records which has at least some sales, $1 or $2 sales at least. It should not be perfectly empty. Now this AWC logo cap comes in multicolor, so this is fine. Perfect. This is also working fine. So let me copy it and paste it into the data set of the color. And here let me edit it. Perfect. Let me go here, and this is the one which I have to modify now, the product part. You can see this is AWC logo cap. This should be str to set. Why I'm giving str to set is the only reason is people can select more than one product value, right? It's a multi-valued parameter, so it should be set. So str to set. You just watch my last video, you'll get clear picture about why I'm using str to set here. So at the rate products, I'm giving the same parameter name so that it will not create one more parameter. So I can show you. Let's say I'm giving products 1. Okay, I'll demonstrate you a simple example. And I'm giving the same hierarchy, English product name, and I'm letting it to multicolor. By default, I'm selecting all value. So instead of product, I'm giving products 1. Okay. This works perfectly fine if I execute it. This is just for example, man. Okay. Now these parameters will not be mapped. Why? Because products 1 parameter is not available. If I click on OK, what will happen is you can see products 1 is created. I don't want this shit to happen, right? I told you clearly. And why? Because I already have a parameter with the name products. Based on that selection, these colors needs to be filtered. So that is why in the query I have given it as the same parameter name on which it is dependent. So this should be products, and these also should be products, and fine, it should work. It should retrieve the result. Perfect. And now if you see the parameters, it is by default taken. Why? Because whatever the name you have used for the parameter to filter the colors data set is already available and with the same hierarchy. Now let's see the magic. So all are selected. I don't want to select all. Let me select accessories. Here, let me select BB ball bearing. I think there is no color for this. Oh, it comes in multicolor. Cool. No, this is just because of the all here. Okay. Now let's see. This is not coming in any color. So that is not the correct one. And adjustable race. This is also not having any color. And let me select some other which has colors. So this comes in blue color. So what you have to do here is, if there is no color for this, then you have to allow blank null value for this. So you have to be very careful. If there is no color, then you should not leave it. Okay. Then you cannot filter based on that particular product. So that will be a problem. You should be able to allow null value for these colors. So the data in this adventure works is like this, and hence you are getting these null values, and in general in real-time scenarios you will not get these problems. Okay, cool guys. This is how you can go for cascading parameters. Just concentrate on how to cascade the parameters. This is the first priority. Then why the data is not coming or why the data is coming. So hope you understood how to cascade the parameters, and try practicing the same. This is very, very, very important. Without this, you can't design report parameters. If you provide any report parameters for any report to the user without applying the cascading option, then users will not get benefited, and they will surely come back asking you to provide the particular functionality, or else it will be very, very, very headache for the user to work with the report to get the information using the report. So just a little before I close this video or this session, let me explain it. This is the first parameter, so there is no dependency on that. This is the second parameter, products. So these should be filtered based on the product category. So what I'm doing here is I'm taking where is that guy? Parameter caption, blah blah blah. Oops, I think I modified the query, or I removed the query. This is the old query. This is not the new one. Where is the parameters? The parameters is gone. It is deleted. By mistake, I think I deleted it. Okay, at least let's see whether the color is having the data set, whatever I've created. Yeah, perfect. Color is having. So you can see this is the one I have given, non-empty of the colors, sorry, the products, whatever the product user selects, based on that it will be selected. The colors will be filtered and it should have some sales. So this is how you can go for cascading parameters. In this way you can go for n number of parameters. It is not one, right? I mean, you can use the same, but the key here is you should understand why and where you are giving the stuff. For example, let me add this for broadcast. Why and where in the sense, I mean to say that what is the parameters you have to use to filter this stuff and where you have to apply the same. If you don't have that picture, then you are gone. So for example, for filtering the colors, if you filter based on the category, you're gone case. So you have to make sure on filtering, I mean a particular parameter should be provided based on what condition, based on what filter condition. So you should be clear about that. Okay, let me add this guy and make this report a complete one. Broadcast, and the dimension is product category, and this is so and so. I'll select multiple values and I'll select all, okay, and okay. Perfect. This should be selected by default. Why? Because that name parameter with that name is available. Now if I select any particular group, then it has to list only that particular stuff. Let me take something like this, and this one is coming in not applicable color. If I select this, now all these three are related and the filtration is like this. Products will be filtered based on the accessories and also which has some data, some sales, and in the same way the colors will be filtered based on the product selection and also it should have some data. So whatever the combination you select here, whatever, like either these or some other product or something like that, you will get some output list, some result. Why? Because these are all interrelated, these are all dependent, and all these I mean products is dependent on category and color is dependent on products, and the total sales is dependent on all these three. These three will be filtered or interrelated in such a way that if it has sales, then only you can get the values or products in, parameter values into the parameters. And hope you understood the concepts, and this is perfectly fine. You can go with this option to filter out the parameters based on the previous parameter selection. And here let me add you one stuff. This is the accessories, right? If I select this accessories, I'm getting some 24 or so. Okay, but let me show you one thing. I'm going to SQL Server. Let me connect to SQL Server. Just I'm going to database engine, connected to database. Come on, connected to the AdventureWorks DW. And now what I'm going to do here is select start from products, I think dim products, dim product A, inner join, dim product subcategory, I'll name it as B, on A dot product key is equal to B dot product subcategory key, and I'll copy the same stuff. I'll name it as dim product, this table is dim product category, I'll name it as C, and I'll take C dot product category key is equal to B dot product category key. What I've done is I joined all these three tables and it is working perfectly fine. And oops, unfortunately I'm getting only 33 records. I think something wrong. Yeah, here it should be product key to product key. It should not be product subcategory key, right? And sorry, product subcategory to product subcategory key. I've done a mistake. Okay, fine. Now if you see, you're getting 397 products. Now what I'm gonna do here is var C dot English product category name is equal to CSSORIS. I don't know whether the spelling is correct or not. This is perfect. So there are you are getting only 24 products there, but here you are getting 35 products that belongs to accessories. And for bikes, let me show you. For bikes, how many you are getting? We have that query, right? Okay, I don't have that. I remember it was 90. Let's see how many you are gonna get. You are getting 125 products. Where are those 35 products? Why the 35 products are missing? The 35 products are missing just because we are getting only those products which has some sales. That means if you inner join this dim product with fact internet sales, this is from where we are getting the sales amount data to the cube. I'll show you how many records you'll get. Fact internet sales, I'll call it as D on A dot product key is equal to D dot product key. So let me execute this guy. Now it will get all the stuff here. Shit, I did a mistake. Distinct English product name. Okay, this is what I want. You can see you are getting those 88 records, 88 or 90. I think I don't know. So that means when you filter based on, when you have this extra inner join, that means you are checking whether it has a record for a particular product in the fact internet sales or not. If it is present, then the number of products which has sales is just 88. If I comment it out, you can see you are getting 97. So that means there are 7 plus 2, 9 products which don't have sales. But here in our MDX queries filtering part, what we are checking? We are getting colors based on the products which has sales and getting products based on categories which has sales. So that means we are missing some products which don't have sales at all in the parameters. Actually, this is a good filter. Whatever the filter condition we applied here, that is perfect. That is perfectly. If there is no sales, why I have to show that? I don't need to show that, right? I mean, that's of no use for my analysis part. But few users want to see what are all the products that are present for any particular category and what are all the colors that are present for a particular product, irrespective of whether the sales is there or not. So how to handle that? You cannot handle that using this non-empty function. Then how can you do that? So if you want to know that, just stay tuned and catch me in the next video. Thank you guys. Have a nice day.